Well, hey there, everybody. I'm back. I got an update for you on prepaid first class mail. So, for those of you who have been following along, you know that I was recognized as a foreign national to the United States through the United States Post Office, the United States Postal Service, the Universal Postal Union, in the jurisdiction of Kalkaska County, in the jurisdiction of the state of Michigan, and obviously in the federal jurisdiction with the Post Office Postal Service. And that registered mail, that that facilitated across state lines through processing center after processing center. Now, does that mean that I did everything correctly on that mailer? No, it does not. And does that mean that the postal employees know what they're doing, that they know their job? No, it does not. However, let's see. What do I want to say? When I went back in to get supplies for another mailing, oh, I got a hard way to go. And they told me that they weren't going to process prepaid first class mail anymore, that they stopped doing that in the 70s. Well, if they stopped doing that in the 70s, how is it that I walked away from the counter with a register receipt, a 3806, all filled out by their machine, and a $0.00 label that got put on that mailer? If they stopped doing it in the 70s, how is it that in the latest computer programs in the United States Post Office, all they have to do is just touch the keypads and boom, out comes all these receipts? If they stopped doing it in the 70s, we didn't have computers in the post office. In the 70s, computers were floppy disk and black screen. If you couldn't type code, you couldn't get to see anything. If you couldn't type in the code, you couldn't get to a website. That's how it worked. So, a couple of interesting things happened. After I put that video out, one of the very first things that happened is the registered mail label, the tracking label that was available on the website. You can just order your supplies on the United States Postal Service website, and they mail them to you for free. Well, they removed the label 200. That means you got to go into the post office and get it. And when you go in there, they're probably going to want to give you the metered mail label, not the registered mail label 200 that you're looking for with the tracking number on it. All right. Then some of the people's mailers got returned to them, and some of them got letters from the United States Postal Service without a signature. Now, one of the things they talked about in those letters was domestic. Didn't have domestic postage. Well, of course not. This is international mail. You are the postmaster. You have the foreign office of origin. You get recognized as a foreign national to the United States in all those jurisdictions that I just said. So, we've quickly figured out that the pink card is the card that we should be using. That is the international return receipt card. And what happened? The United States Postal Service decided, we're no longer going to make the pink card available to the public. We're going to remove it from inventory. Well, wasn't that nice of them? Well, guess what? The pink card or the green card is not even necessary to send registered mail. So there's a new teaching, there's a new template, there's new labels that I have been told worked for an individual who had their mail returned previously from the previous teaching. So this is very encouraging. Now, there were two things that I upgraded, because that sample that they sent me that said that worked, it's still used over in the top right-hand corner, no postage necessary if mailed in the United States, and none of it was in red. Now, according to the United States Postal Service, that should be one of several things and in red. And the best one, in my opinion, is tax per Q. So I removed the no postage necessary if mailed in the United States, and I put tax per Q with red ink. Now, on the return address, the top left-hand side of your mailer, it has some nice language in there. I added Foreign Office of Origin, which was in the original teachings that I was putting out. So I took a sample of something that has worked through a post office facility that had denied the prepaid first class mail in previous attempts. So you just simply go to the website oralhealthwithcannabis.com and go to the services page. And at the top of that page in the documents section, just scroll down. It's the bottom one. Prepaid first class mail template is what you're looking for. All right. Now there's 4 pages of instructions there. Simply follow the instructions. And you're probably not going to be able to find a pink card. You're probably not going to be able to get a pink card. Maybe you have one in inventory and you want to use it. Now, if you send one of these test mailers out, take a picture of it before you drop it in a drop box. And that is where you should put it, is in a curbside United States Post Office drop box, not in a United States Postal Service drop box. How do you know the difference? Well, on the outside of the building of the post office in that community, it's going to say United States Post Office, or it's going to say United States Postal Service. You want to be with a United States Post Office, not with the United States Postal Service. This is drop mail, so you want to drop it in a drop box. Land and soil jurisdiction. So if you want to try it, you can do it. Now, the one thing that is not in the instructions is to use the 2-cent stamp, and that you're going to put towards the bottom right-hand corner of your mailer. Now, this is not postage. That's your tax and your duty. That also is a reference to your status, your standing, and your jurisdiction All right. Now, I ordered, well, actually, a friend ordered for me ink for my printer over a week ago, as well a water tester and an electrolyzer. And tracking showed it was to be delivered Wednesday and Thursday of this past week. And for some reason, it's just not here. And I don't have any satisfaction as to where it is. Otherwise, I'd have the red ink, and I would have put out a mailer. So I was going to try this several weeks ago, but I didn't have any red ink in the printer. So there's a few people that I believe are in the process of doing a test mailer. Now, if you want to do one, the instructions, again, they're on the services page at oralhealthwithcannabis.com, and the address is in the description of this video. All right. So that's the best information I can give you at this moment. If you want to get recognized as a foreign national to the United States, this might be the simplest, easiest way for you to get that done. If you want to be sending prepaid first-class mail, you want to own your authority, this is your opportunity to step up to the plate and see what happens. And your success or your failure is welcome to be put in the comments later on this video. Come back and post in the comments whether you had success or you had failure. All right. All right, everybody. That's the main, well, that's the main topic of this video. However, I have a very important bit of information that I feel I should pass along to you. All right. You see, we're at war, but we're at war with principalities. From the fall of Adam and Eve, this planet has been ruled by the satanic fallen angels. Now, as you should be well aware, Lucifer needs a man's permission in order for him to act. What does that mean? That means that the man, male or female, excuse me, has a higher authority than the fallen angel. Oh yeah. And your guardian angel is most likely bored out of his mind because you have not authorized, chances are most of you have not authorized your angel to act on your behalf. If you want your angel to have your back, if you want your angel to have your guard, you just simply authorize your angel to act on your behalf, on your best interest. Oh, this is powerful, people. This is really powerful. So I encourage y'all to own your authority. Step up to the plate. Send out a mailer, prepaid first-class mail. Follow the instructions. Take your time. Read the instructions. It's 4 pages. It's as clear as I can make it. In the future, hopefully, I'm going to be back with a sample mailer that I can have a picture of. But for the moment, you've just got the instructions. All right, everybody. I wish you all the best. I love you all. I'll be back soon. Own your authority, people. Authorize your angel to have your back. And let's kick some government's butt.